Ethan Cole had spent years away studying, dreaming of the day he would return home and finally take care of the family farm his mother had fought so hard to protect after his father died. But when he came back, the fields that had belonged to the Cole family for generations were no longer theirs. Strangers were working the land. And standing at the edge of the property, holding an old yellowed document, was his wealthy neighbor, a man named Victor Lang. Victor smiled and presented the paper. It looked legitimate. According to the deed, the land had been sold to him 18 years earlier. Ethan felt his stomach drop. He knew his family had never sold that land, yet the document in front of him told a completely different story. How could something written so long ago suddenly appear now? And why did the handwriting look so familiar? The piece of land in question was only about 15 acres, but it sat right in the middle of Victor Lang's much larger property. For years, Victor had looked at those fields with quiet resentment. They broke up his land. They were in his way. And Victor Lang was not a man who liked obstacles. Ethan's father had died when Ethan was still a boy. His mother, Margaret, had raised him alone while renting out the land to local farmers. They weren't rich, but they had enough to get by. All they wanted was to keep what little they had. Victor Lang, on the other hand, came from money and influence. He had power in the county, and more importantly, he had patience. The most dangerous kind of patience when mixed with greed. One evening, Victor Lang invited an old, respected man from the community to dinner. His name was Uncle Elias, Ethan's own uncle and a well-liked teacher who had helped many young people in the county over the years. During the meal, Victor made sure Elias drank well. Then he staged a scene. A struggling local farmer was brought in, looking desperate and claiming he owed Victor a large sum of money. The farmer said he wanted to sell a small piece of his own land to settle the debt, but couldn't write the papers himself. Victor turned to Uncle Elias with a concerned expression. "Perhaps you could help this poor man," he said. "It would be the Christian thing to do." Uncle Elias, being a kind and trusting man, agreed. He picked up the pen and carefully wrote out the deed exactly as the farmer described. What he didn't know was that every detail had already been planned. The document stated that a local farmer named Henry Brooks was selling 15 acres of land to Victor Lang. It included all the proper descriptions, dates, and signatures. Uncle Elias wrote it honestly, never suspecting that the land described wasn't really the farmer's, or that the entire situation was a setup. When the deed was finished, Victor looked satisfied. The farmer was sent on his way. Uncle Elias went home believing he had helped someone in need. Victor Lang quietly kept the document. He didn't do anything with it right away. He simply waited. 18 years passed.